Hey guys, welcome back. We got a cool video. We got a custom King Thanos on throne. You've probably seen this online. We've all received our shipments. So we got it right here. It came in 2 gigantic boxes and really cool art boxes. I wasn't expecting art boxes, but they're really nice, really detailed art boxes. Really cool. Check that out. Anyway, let's go ahead and start unboxing this thing. All right, here is box 1. Well packaged, very well packaged. And here we go. All right, there's that collar. Wow, that is awesome. Texture's spot on that. Cool, let's go ahead, put that aside. We could take a look at it later. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out box number 2. Let's check it out real quick. Nice. 23 of 130. That's a pretty awesome print. That is pretty cool, those little extras, you know. And then we got our card here of authenticity. Man, I may get that framed. That's actually a pretty cool print. This looks like, we got a breakage. We got a breakage. Oh no. That one's easily fixed, but we do have a breakage. I don't know what that part is. It looks like actually almost like a shoulder piece. I'm gonna have to take a look on the picture there. I like the gold, the darker gold on this one. Paint, dark blue on there. Oh, really cool. This one's feels like it's hollow. This one's a lot lighter. Huge body. Let's go ahead and just take it out as is. Oh, check that out. Oh. Oh. We in? We in. Check that out. Whew, this is a monster statue. Holy crud. This is a monster. Wow. All right, before we get started, I want to go ahead and fix that crown there, just like that. Perfect, and that'll dry just like that. Let's put this collar on. There we go. Now let's put our portrait. Then let's put our hand. Oh yeah, and then the top of our throne is, oh, this actually goes this way. All right. All right, there she is, or there he is. Absolutely gigantic statue. I always say this, but this is, I guess statues, they just keep getting bigger and bigger. And you know this turntable, and this Thanos actually covers this entire thing and it overlaps it. This is a Thanos, this is a throne on another level. This thing is absolutely gigantuous. And I guess that's what it has going for it, is the sheer size. It's not overly detailed, it's not under detailed either. It's just kind of average. You know, you have the the base. I like the base. I like the throne. It's like a stone type of texture. And as you can see, there's a Lady Death back here. And on both sides, she's a cloaked skull that usually represents Lady Death. And that's kind of cool. I like that depiction when they add her in statues. Kind of shows that she is kind of in control of him. And just speaking of that, actually the theme of this statue, I thought I bought the comic on this. I'm gonna look. I really wanted to have it for this video because I wanted to read this. I haven't read it, but I did read the synopsis on this, where actually young Thanos actually goes to the future to kill King Thanos, which doesn't really make sense, right? I mean, King Thanos, I mean, how many planets and civilizations has he destroyed? How much experience and power he has at this point? So it's amazing that young Thanos would challenge him, you know, to fight to the death. But his reward, young Thanos's reward, was Lady Death. So his whole purpose was to go to the future using the Time Stone, which he does, and kill King Thanos. But what happens is the Fallen One, there ends up being a battle with the Fallen One and Thanos and King Thanos. Young Thanos and King Thanos kind of band together, destroy the Fallen One, or fight the Fallen One, and then basically they come back to their senses. Young Thanos prepares to kill King Thanos. He's prepared, but he actually starts begging for death at that point. But then that really turns off young Thanos, and he ends up taking the Time Stone and bouncing. So anyway, I know I did order that comic, and I really want to read that because it's a really interesting story. So I really like the theme of this statue of the old Thanos, and basically that's what I'm calling this, King Thanos on throne. It's not really a Thanos on throne because it's a totally different time, totally different Thanos there, and you know, that's what this represents. I mean, if you look at the textures of his armor on his boots, on his gauntlets, and his crown, and his collar there, they're all really battle damage. And if you look, it has like a really dark brown red tone, kind of like it's rusted. And if you look on the collar there, he has some writing on there. It almost looks like hieroglyphics. Just gives it like an old ancient type look. So this is the whole theme of this, is ancient, because that's what it is. And it's very dark, and it's just very aged. And I think they really nailed it on that one. So like I said, you know, a lot of texture and battle damage all throughout the armor, as well as you know, his suit has some texture on it. Now, when I look at this, it's not overly detailed and it's not under detailed. It's about average, I would say. If I took Thanos off of this and looked at the base, it is good. It is good, but I don't know if it compares to really a lot of the new stuff there. But of course, this is a very simple base, and I don't think you can make this super detailed. But if you look at Queen Studios, the Infinity, the Endgame throne, or I wouldn't call that a throne, but the one where he's kind of just sitting there. Man, they're putting a lot of detail on the base, and I'm going to show you. If you join me on my next video, I'm doing a Loki off throne. It has this throne, and you're going to see how detailed a lot of these bases are, and this is no exception. Join me on that video, and then I'll show you what I'm talking about, because that base is, oh my gosh, that throne is just insane. If you take Loki off the statue and just look at it, it is impressive. If I took him off, is it really impressive? It's okay, but I wouldn't say it's like a grail of a base that I've seen. So, but you have to consider too the price. The price of this was $800. That's actually really cheap. Now, when I say Loki's was a lot more than that. So this was $800, but pretty good price. They did 130 of these, so it got a lot of attention. So I think maybe that's the new way to sell statues: make them really cheap, and you actually sell more instead of making them expensive, and you're only selling like 30 of them. So maybe that's just the way to go. So I would say the theme of this is really cool, and the next cool thing is the sheer size of this. So this is a throne. This could definitely be a centerpiece, you know, for your Marvel stuff, because it really stands out there. So anyway, after this, we are going to do the Loki off throne, and we're going to do that right here. So join me on that, and that'll be cool. And we didn't measure this thing. I mentioned sheer size, so this is 22 deep, 26 wide, so you can see how big that is. Wide, it's 29 tall on the top of the throne, but actually, you know, if you wanted to take the back of this throne off, you can, and it would actually look pretty cool there. But if you look at just Thanos, he's about 25 to the top of this collar here. So, like I said, you can actually take this back off and then just use his little smock back there. And I can tell you the only thing that didn't really go well is the smock, or the red smock in the back doesn't really fit well with the back of the throne. And I'm wondering if they're not supposed to be displayed like that, only maybe if the back of the throne, you're displaying it without the back of the throne, because it's still pretty cool with that, without it. So, but we're going to leave it as is. It is the throne. I want the full throne to be there, displaying that. So, anyway, I think that's all I can really say about this. I'm really impressed. I'm really glad I got this. I'm a big Thanos fan, so you know I'm not going to miss out on those Thanos. And join me on my next video. I'm actually going to put my thrones together. I got this one, got our Sideshow, got our Queen Studios Thanos on throne, and we actually have another custom Thanos on throne. We're going to do a quadruple side-by-side challenge, and we'll see what comes of it. But you know what? Still got to remember, Sideshow Thanos on throne is kind of like a staple that actually started the throne movement, in my opinion. So it has a lot of credit to that. So anyway, join me on those. Those will be nice, fun videos. We're gonna do that Loki right now, so that'll be our next video. So please subscribe. I do appreciate the support, and I hope you enjoyed Thanos, and we'll see you next time.